of a teacher is to inspire, motivate, encourage, and educate learners. That describes this community hero, Amoy Page, and her subject of choice is mathematics.
Went to Holy Child High School, did sixth form at Dintil Technical High School, where I was the deputy head girl. So after Dintil, I went to UWI, and again, I studied math. I studied actuarial science. It's pretty much risk management, but a lot of math. And I realized that that kind of concreted my passion that I had for math. When I realized that, okay, I'm take this to a different level, CXC. I did Cape Maths also, and the teacher was pretty young. So it was 6 of us in the class, and technically the teacher made 7 students because she was young and new to the whole Cape Math thing. So we were all learning together. So it was a lot of research, having to figure out things together, and that kind of concrete my love for math. I realized that, okay, I really like this thing.
And her grades in Cape?
Ones. All ones.
When did your love of math begin?
From I was in grade 4, my parents decided to send me to math class. So I was doing math Saturday class for GSAT from grade 4 in Linstead. And then when I passed GSAT, started to go to high school, my father started sending me to CXC math classes from grade 9. So I was pretty much ready to do CXC math from grade 9, but my father decided not to allow me to do the exam. So I did the exam in grade 11. So I did 3 years of CXC math. And then I just realized that I love math from ever since. It was pretty much interesting to solve. So you know that when you solve a math problem, if it's hard, so for instance, circle theorem, it's hard to kind of like find X because it's a lot of angles and things. So when I realized that I actually find it, that joy that I find inside, it was just, okay, I need to continue doing this because the joy that I get afterwards was just so satisfying. So I realized that, you know, there was this love for math from ever since, and just solving the problems, it just was peaceful. There are times when I'm bored and I actually go do a math question. So, yeah. I have a little tagline that math is beautiful. If you love math, it will love you. So just be kind and gentle to math, and you'll realize that it starts to look different. When you look at it through a different lens, I promise you, you'll realize that it's easy. It's actually easy. It's just simple steps to it's just simple steps to solving something that seems complicated. So if you know that 1 + 1 is 2, you just want the basics. 1 + 1 is 2. So if them give you 2 + 1, you already know that you just need to add 1 more. It's building blocks. It's like building blocks. Let me just put it that way.
How did the teaching come into play?
So from ever since, I always teach. So I would teach the furniture, I would teach the teddy bears, I would teach my little sister. My little sister is 8 years younger than me. So sometimes I'd go to her and I'd say, okay, this is how you do this. As much as she won't understand, because it's a good gap between the both of us, I'd always teach her. I'd always just, and again, from I talk to the furniture, you must know that it's serious. So they're not responding. I don't know if they understand. But my thing is, once I can explain it to you, then I understand it. So I would teach. And then when my sister now got to grade 10, she would always come to me asking me to help her with some little tricks. How do I remember this? It's been so long. How do you even remember it? What do you do? Right? And I said, okay. And I started teaching her and telling her how to do things and some little tricks that I had. And then she started telling her friends, and then her friends then want me to tell them the tricks as well. And then that was how this whole Math Amoy tricks birthing, teaching persons how to do math came about.
Give us an example.
But I have a little song. So there's this little song to row, row, row your boat. It says, same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. Keep the sign of the larger number, that will be exact. So if you're doing direct numbers, if you have a negative 2 minus 1, how do I remember that that's -3? If the signs are the same, -2 and -1, the signs are the same. So you add the numbers and then keep the sign. Right? If the signs are different, so if it was -5 plus 2, you would subtract the numbers and then keep the sign at a larger number, and that would be exact. So there are little things, little tricks that would help you to remember how to go about doing it.
So this happened when approximately were in life in university?
When I finished. So this was in 2019. So my sister did CXC 2020. So I started teaching her and her friends September 2019. And then I just continued. So they all passed. All of them, every single one of them passed CXC math. My sister got one. Well, it was COVID time as well. So it was they did straight multiple choice. So they all got excellent grades. So my real test, I would say, came in 2022 when persons now started to do both paper 1 and paper 2. Majority of my students passed. I got an 87% pass rate.
Why did you expand your services to the wider society?
It became a whole referral thing. So my sister told her friends, and then her friends started telling other persons, and then you start getting some calls. Okay, so can you teach my daughter? She's in grade 10, and then it goes to she's in grade 9, and then it goes to she's in grade 8, and then I just started from grade 7. So right now I teach from grade 7 all the way up to grade 11, and I also have a university student that I lecture. So I would go through her contents with her and ensure that she understands. And for the 2022 semester 1, she aced math. It's satisfying. It is so satisfying, especially when they would say to you that, okay, they come to class today and they would say, Miss, you know, I did a test the other day and I'm me alone in the class pass, or I'm me alone in the class get 80 or above, or something to that effect. It's heartwarming. And then I can guarantee you that a couple days down the road, you're going to get a phone call. Hi, I am so-and-so parent, so-and-so asked me to. So now, because of the growth that I've been experiencing, I do both physical teaching, so in person in Linstead, and I do online classes. It's not overwhelming any at all. Like for me, going to class on a Saturday is relaxing. It is, so much so that my students, they know me, so they use the color. So, all right, so for example, my senior students, those are the ones that I've had probably like 2 or 3 years now. They know that if I come to class in full black, they're getting a test.
So what's your plan for the future?
I want to have an academy. And I want to be known throughout the Caribbean to teach persons and help persons with mathematics so they can realize that math is simple. As long as you learn the little trick, it's not as bad as it seems. The 37% pass rate is horrific. It is so bad, and I do believe that I am able to assist, I'm able to help because of my love. If you just look at math through a different lens, if you just look at it through a different lens, you realize that it's not as bad as it seems.